Who else thinks this is utterly outrageous? Mark Carney's government plans to spend millions convincing young Canadians of a climate emergency. Welcome to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. This next article was written by Mathew of the Fraser Institute. In a recent announcement, the Carney government detailed more than $14.4 million in new spending for 17 projects to empower young Canadians to address climate change. The $14.4 million is just the latest round of funding of a planned $206 million over 5 years. The purpose of the Climate Action and Awareness Fund, as the government calls it, is essentially to increase public concern about climate change. To justify this $14.4 million in spending, the Liberal MP Tlaib Nur Mohammed said, "At this critical juncture when our planet is facing a climate emergency, environmental literacy for young people is essential." Ironically, if the goal is to improve environmental literacy, one of the first things the government should do is stop saying climate emergency, which is an inaccurate phrase meant to increase alarm. The evidence simply does not support claims of a climate emergency. Descriptions of the 17 projects further erode claims about an emergency at all. One project set to receive $939,592 in taxpayer money will provide environmental knowledge, service learning, and leadership opportunities for young Canadians, particularly Indigenous, BPOC, 2S LGBTQ+ youth, and other underserved communities. This project will engage youth in community-based actions linked to major environmental crisis and provide training for educators to best integrate environmental education into their teaching. Now imagine a real emergency for which you dial 911, say an apartment building consumed in fire. You simply want the fire truck to arrive and the firefighters to extinguish the fire as quickly as possible. You don't care if the firefighters are Indigenous, Black, or from a sexual minority. Similarly, if climate change was really an emergency, government would direct all the resources towards whoever and whatever could mitigate it most effectively, as opposed to distributing resources according to radical, racial, and other diversity targets. Other taxpayer-funded projects include $782,922 to help children and youth in northwestern Ontario and eastern Manitoba become climate leaders in their communities, and $342,524 to give young people, particularly in Alberta, perspectives to help them overcome current environmental challenges and participate in eco-advocacy. Another $396,213 will go towards an organization that will create Indigenous-led environmental literacy material to support kindergarten to grade 12 teachers in 6 nations and Hamilton schools to ground youth environmental literacy in Haudenosaunee cultural perspectives. According to that organization's blog, Climate Resilience demands that we should be rejecting capitalism and heteronormativity and environmental racism. Based on the project descriptions and organizations receiving the taxpayer money, a reasonable person might deduce that at least a significant chunk of the $14.4 million in the latest funding round and the $206 million over 5 years will pay for politically charged activism targeting young people, not actually educational initiatives. This spending should be canceled. The last thing taxpayers need is more Greta Thunbergs and higher taxes. Thanks for watching Wake Up Canada News. Please like, share, and follow us on any of your favorite socials, including YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, BitChute, X, and our website at wakeupcanadanews.com. Till next time, remember, you're the voice. It really is time to make it count. I'm Brad Wilder. I'll see you soon.